Hello, I'm Natalie from Moonstone Publications. Welcome to this overview of some of the stories we've covered over the past week. But first, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. In this week's update, a UK consultancy believes there's room for South African advisors to raise their fees. The regulators are developing a joint standard on cloud computing and data offshoring. An increase in cases of fraud and dishonesty detected by ASISA members. Tax practitioners question SARS's claim regarding the near accuracy of autoassessments. Itala says it will be forced to shut down if the High Court upholds the Prudential Authority's appeal. And the Health Funders Association wants Parliament to order the Road Accident Fund to settle outstanding claims. Are South African financial advisors undercharging for the value they deliver? The average ongoing advice fee hovers around 0.5% of assets, but international comparisons suggest there's room for local advisors to increase their fees. This is the view of Mark Paulson, the chief executive of the Langcat, a UK-based financial services-focused consultancy that compiled the recently released Advisor Barometer for Alan Gray. Paulson says that when firms clearly demonstrate the emotional support, coaching and holistic planning clients truly value, they can increase their fees without driving away loyal clients. The Financial Sector Conduct Authority and the Prudential Authority have announced plans to introduce a regulatory standard governing the financial sector's use of cloud computing and the offshoring of data. The scope of the new standard is still under review and it will be released later this year for public comment. In the meantime, the authorities have urged financial institutions to adopt a risk-based approach aligned with their size and complexity, strengthen governance and data protection measures, and conduct thorough legal and due diligence checks before engaging cloud or data offshoring services. South African life insurers and investment firms say their fraud-busting efforts stopped 1.4 billion rand in illegitimate claims last year. According to the Association for Savings and Investment South Africa, there was a 26% increase in detected cases of fraud and dishonesty, but the rand value of actual losses fell. ASISA credits the drop in losses and the surge in detections to more sophisticated, targeted forensic techniques. The industry remains focused on preventing murder for payout schemes and deceased estate fraud. ASISA is particularly concerned about the increase in estate fraud. SARS reports that almost all the tax returns it auto-assessed in July have gone unamended. However, tax professionals say this figure may be misleading. While SARS maintains its algorithms and third-party data deliver near-perfect accuracy, practitioners note that many taxpayers correct only over-taxed returns and may not flag understated liabilities, where penalties can apply. SARS insists that once a return is auto-assessed, the taxpayer is deemed to have accepted it, and only the relatively few returns flagged for review can be amended before the 20th of October. Itala has warned it will be forced to shut down if the High Court upholds an appeal by the Prudential Authority and its repayment administrator ahead of a Supreme Court of Appeal hearing on its liquidation. The state-owned lender resumed core operations in May after the High Court lifted an account freeze. However, hundreds of thousands of depositor accounts remain frozen, and its access to ABSA Health funds is blocked. The PA argues that allowing Itala to continue operating risks further harm to depositors. Itala insists the appeal is an overreach that will cripple its services if not overturned. The Health Funders Association, which represents 20 medical schemes, has formally urged Parliament's Standing Committee on Public Accounts to compel the Road Accident Fund to settle more than 2.3 billion rand in outstanding claims. In its submission, the HFA accuses the RAF of discriminating against medical scheme members for a directive issued in 2022 that refuses to reimburse past medical expenses already covered by schemes. It is calling on SCOPA to revoke the directive, expedite payment on more than 10,000 unresolved claims, and halt all related litigation. That's all we have for this week. You can read these stories and many more on our website, moonstone.co.za. Until next time, He is wishing you all the best from the team at Moonstone Information Refinery.